What's up, guys? We have just hopped on with Frosty, also XER-Bricks. We are going to be starting a series called Brick Battles, where we will be designing different mocks and battling each other. Yeah, we'll be going through different series. We'll do Ninjago, Star Wars, different retired themes like Chia, Marvel. So for today's video, we're just going to start with something simple, our dream house. So both of us are going to get 2 hours. I've got a timer ready, and we're both going to have 2 hours to design our dream house, and then we're going to post it on YouTube, see what you guys think, and we're also going to post it to our different group chats and just people we know with the unbiased selection so that we can see which one is better. You ready?
And we all know who the winner's going to be. Definitely XER-Bricks.
Yeah, this guy's way too confident. But anyway, the 2 hour timer has started. Okie dokie. So for mine, I'm kind of planning to go with light green because I am going to try and build mine in kind of like a rural area. I want to kind of have it be woodsy, and I was thinking to do a lot of boards, but since we've only got 2 hours, I'm going to go ahead and start with just 2 boards and kind of work my way from there. So obviously Frosty can hear what I'm saying, so he can kind of predict my moves, but we're going to start with this, and then we're going to kind of build like kind of a big White House style house off of that. We're going to start with regular gray bricks, and I kind of want to have a small backyard, so maybe we'll start with it right here so we have a bit of a backyard. Actually, we'll move it this much in, so that should be wide enough. And then maybe if we have, I want to have some kind of carport, so maybe we will have a carport. This is like 8 studs, so that should be good for our front step, but this is roughly how wide the inside will be. So this front area is going to be probably about 6 studs if I had to guess. So we'll go ahead and lay that down as a first rough idea, and then we'll go ahead and continue that along. I will also be substituting like these brick pieces in and out throughout, but this will obviously be flatter once I get ready to build the road in that way. So I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of stick some bricks throughout here. That should be good, and then obviously we'll continue on to the side. I want to have a tiny bit of a side yard so it doesn't just abruptly end. Actually, we'll go with 2 studs as a side yard. This should be good. And then for this side, it's obviously supposed to be 6 studs, so we'll go ahead and put 4, 1 of that. Finding pieces is probably going to be the biggest issue because I have such a short time limit. We'll go ahead and flip this around so it's a little bit alternating with the bricks, because we really want it to look kind of natural. I want it to look like it's natural brick, because the rest of it is going to be white, and then we'll also have a little bit of black throughout the whole thing. So then moving on, we'll just continue this brick thing, and I'm just going to go ahead and transfer over to time lapse because this is kind of the boring part. For now, I'm just laying down kind of gray throughout this whole area so that once I start laying down floorboards, you can't like push in a certain area and it might collapse or whatever. So I think adding this amount of structure should be good. Okie dokie, we just finished laying down this kind of brick area to support the floor. So now I'm going to try and work on kind of fancy front of my house, and I'm going to use like a bunch of gray tiles, whether it's these kinds or 1x whatever's, to kind of create like a gentle step up for the front of my house. And I also might use these to kind of give me a nice stair step effect while also using obviously the tiled versions of those, like these. So I'm going to go ahead and try and figure out doing that because I'd like to build it this way. So we're going to start 1 back, and I'm just going to go ahead and throw these in right here. I don't know if you can really see it, but it adds a bit of support, and I was thinking might as well throw this on right here because this is going to be my porch area. So actually it's still a little loose right here. I'm going to go ahead and throw in one of those, and also we'll go with another one right here. But since I'm going to be building my front porch, I wanted to go ahead and have the right kind of floor, because after this I'm going to tile this all off with 1x whatevers in gray, a bunch of these along this whole thing, so that so that this, when it's floor, this will be the brick will be at the same level, and then this will all be tiled off, and then I'll work on my front door. That was kind of just a problem I ran into. Okie dokie, we just finished tiling off this area, and I did not plan this, but it works perfectly. Since I did it 6 back, the door patio front area is going to be perfectly in line with finishing the rest of the house. And I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of the floor in tan, I think that's a good floor color. But now, moving on to here, I was looking through my pieces, and I have these regular door pieces. And I was thinking I am going to use these, and so I went ahead and attached them with white, because that's going to be my other primary color. And I was thinking, as far as, say I were to just stick this right here, it looks very boring and bland, even if I were to tile off this whole area. So I went ahead and kind of devised this strategy. I'm using these like 1 by whatever bricks, white snot bricks, and I kind of put them in a tower-ish of 4 each, and then I use these fence pieces, which I have some of. So I'm basically going to attach them like that as an extra doorway. Only problem is they're like a really weird number, so I don't know what I'm supposed to do for that, but I need to go ahead and grab out my white pieces, and I'm basically gonna make this the length of the door and then add this, and I went ahead and replicated another one for this side, so those will basically sit like that. Okie dokie, so obviously stopped the time lapse a little early, didn't finish this, but I wanted to address a problem. If I were to build my roof just coming straight out of here, it wouldn't work here, so I'm gonna have to leave this as is for now, and then come back and build columns in between to offset this, and then also find the right type of door I want for that. But this is the museum, obviously not very interesting, but we're just gonna steal these clear doors off of it and obviously replace the door handles. Those handles that I used were good for the museum. I'm obviously not gonna use gold. That looks way too fancy for my house. But I think I am going to either use that piece or a different piece in black. I'm not building a greenhouse. Ouch. I'm gonna go ahead and use these pieces because they look kind of like door handles. And then as far as a fence taking, okay. And then as far as the pillars for this section, I'm gonna go ahead and grab gray jumper plates. I really hope I have enough. I might not, because I need 4. Otherwise the roof is just gonna be unstable. So for now, we're gonna do every 2. Tough. Okay, yeah, we're gonna do it like that, every 2. And then we're gonna grab another gray 1x6 tile, slap it on it there. So that's perfect. Now we just need gray 1x2. I really like the Lego dots sets. The dots are useful and the containers are cool. So I went ahead and filled that with random white pieces, but I'm going to use these pillars because I do have hopefully the right amount. That's why I only did 4 jumper plates, but gonna go ahead and put those on because I think that looks pretty good. And then I have a ton of these, which will hopefully come in handy later. I might put them all around here. I haven't decided. But as far as this, I think it's 1 stud, like, remaining as far as the amount of space right there. So,
anything but that.
Yeah, we've got the minifigure bin, and I know this is kind of weird, but I've got a bag, and it's just minifigure heads. It's like the thing you used to do as a kid, stacking heads.
That is actually a little bit disturbing.
I know, but I'm gonna go ahead and take a bunch of plain white heads and pop them on because I think that's a cool building technique to kind of top off the pillars. Unfortunately, most of these white heads are skeleton heads. Don't exactly want skeleton heads on my house, but if worse comes to worse, I will use them and just turn them around backwards. But I should have enough plain white heads, hopefully. That's what the pillars look like, and I'm gonna go ahead and go back into time lapse and finish off these walls. We have just finished kind of tiling of the outside. When I realized I am genuinely stupid, I have to take out chunks of this to put in windows. And and we only have 1 hour and 27 minutes left. Guys, I'm absolutely fried. Plus, I didn't even plan out how the walls are gonna be on the inside. So even though
I've decided to take out my whole garage because I realized I'm terrible at making garages. So there will be no garage.
yeah,
House, but
I wanted to have a garage, and I was planning to use one of my Speed Champion sets to go in it, and then I realized I am terrible at building. I'm not good enough to build a garage in 2 hours, plus the rest of the house. When I was dumb enough to forget windows, a genuinely necessary part of a house. So we were ripping up
you
this...
forgot windows.
Don't mention it again.
Yeah, I'm going to mention it throughout the video now just because you forgot windows.
Okay, jeez. I have taken out this section. I'm gonna add windows and stuff, but I also kind of added in the floor. So yeah, and then now I'm gonna kind of keep working on this with white bricks, and then eventually just start laying windows in, because I don't need a ton of windows, but I also want some windows in the front. No windows in the back, because I'm not really gonna have a back. It's just gonna be just a big front. The front, I want to focus on the front. The front is gonna be the best section, so that's my goal. And we have 1 hour and 21 minutes, so we gotta move faster. Because we only got 1 hour and 15 minutes left. Okay, so we've got this much done. I'm not super happy with how the windows look, but I think once I build some bushes and trees and everything in the front and kind of segment it with different rooms, I think it might look a little better.
Video crashed there for a second, bro.
Yeah, but in between the windows, I added like snot brick for photos and stuff, but I did that for every section. So now I'm gonna go kind of into the top. Well, I'm gonna adjust the camera to overhead view because I'm kind of working down in the rooms. So I'm gonna kind of build walls to wall off and make the different rooms. So okay, so guys, basically what I'm doing right now is kind of fishing through this bag, finding a bunch of 1x2s, because I'm gonna have to go back through the different window sections and take these snot bricks out where I'm not hanging pictures due to the way I'm segmenting the wall. So I'm gonna go ahead and just leave that as unfinished for now. Okie dokie. I got this whole area tiled off. It is the right height for the pillar. Snot bricks throughout the thing to add posters. I added 2 doorways to get from the main entry into the side rooms. This will be the living room. This will be a gaming room. This will be the kitchen. This is going to be a bathroom, and then this is going to be a bedroom. And for the bedroom, I'm going to grab some of these beds. I built a bed for each ninja in their color. So when the time comes, I'm just going to select a bed and put it in there, as well as build the rest of the bedroom. So then, aside from that, it's just continuing to figure out which ones of these need to stay snot brick for photos or like posters or stuff, because as of right now, these are all snot bricks. And then after that, it's going to be interior design and then designing the roof. I wasted like 5 minutes of my time grabbing some bricks because I'm going to replace what I used with snot brick.
5 minutes?
Yes, it's been 5 minutes. We have
Then why do
50.
you have this time on like speed?
It's not. We only have 52 minutes. We only have 50. I'm absolutely fried. So basically, I'm going through and replacing the stuff that's not going to be snot brick with regular bricks. So yeah, I'm not even going to film it because I just need to go and stop talking. Okay, so basically, I went through and replaced a bunch of sections that were snot brick that shouldn't be. So now this side, which will be the living room, is all good. This is going to be my bedroom, and since I'm a Ninjago dork, I'm actually going to make my actual bedroom Ninjago themed, so I'll have a bunch of Ninjago posters along there. So I might go back and take out 1 or 2, but for now I am going to leave that all snot brick. I think I'm going to go back through here and actually take it out.
Yeah, you've done that enough already.
I know. And put these at 1 instead of jumper plates, because I think that's going to mess me up. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real fast, and then I'm going to have to work on the interior as fast as I can, because I only have 50 minutes. Okie dokie, we have gotten to the point where it's looking good, but I need to speed run the interior and the exterior as far as the foliage, because we literally only have 47 minutes left. So, yeah.
Wait, what?
Yes, exactly. Only 47 minutes left. First thing I'm going to do as far as the interior is the bathroom. I'm not going to leave my bathroom without a door, because who wants a bathroom without a door? So, we're going to use this. It's not the best, but it's better than nothing. I don't want a clear bathroom door, because then people can come and look at me using the bathroom, because that's really weird. So, we're going to go ahead and smack a door on there. I don't even care about a door handle yet. We're going to leave it as is. I'm going to move into the bedroom. Well, for now, I'm just going to throw Jay's bed in this corner. Pre-built a fridge from a different house video that I did. So I'm going to throw that right here.
You pre-built something? That's cheating.
That's not cheating. It was from something else. You're using a pre-built ship base. Come on. And then I'm also going to use this little dresser, which is from the Legacy Monastery. I'm going to stick that right in here, so I at least have a little bit of furniture in the bedroom. And then as far as the posters, in just a second, I'm going to go looking on Ninjago City Gardens, see if there's any cool posters that I want to use in there. Okay, so after looking, I found a couple things. I went ahead and mounted these 2 posters and a Ninjago alphabet. I grabbed this little bonsai tree. I'm gonna go ahead and stick that somewhere inside. I don't know where yet. I also grabbed this little coat rack. I'm gonna just stick that. We'll just stick it right here. So as I walk into my bedroom, you can just stick anything on there. It's the entryway. Also grab the Prime Empire thing, which will be in my gaming section, and a Ninjago newspaper, which I'm just gonna set on my doorstep, like I got some mail. I don't know, cool little detail. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a bunch of these. These are gonna go in a little circle right here.
Real descriptive.
Yeah, so I'm gonna stick those right there. Then I need one of the little things to go in the center, and then this bonsai tree will just go right in the center. That's gonna be a little bit of detail. But aside from that, I'm just gonna try and build some foliage and some stuff to go inside, because I'm genuinely panicking, because we have 40 minutes exactly. Okay, while I was looking through gardens, I found this cool little arcade, which was obviously in gardens. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick it here instead of the wallpaper with the letters. I'm just gonna stick that right here, because that's something else cool to have in the bedroom. Okay, we are running out of time way too fast, but I managed to tile off the bathroom, add a nice little toilet, and I built a sink with some extra toilet paper, and then it goes right in there. And now basically all I have to do is design the entire kitchen, the entire gaming room, and yeah, just this entire section. So I'm absolutely cooked, but we're gonna try it. So yeah. Okie dokie, so I got my kitchen mostly done, got that all tiled off and built off, so then I'm gonna add some sushi and stuff. Then I need to quickly do the gaming room and spam build a living room, because we are running on fumes. We've got like 35 minutes-ish. Okie dokie, just finished tiling off this. We are running on fumes because I'm taking off 2 minutes for the amount of time I wasted doing the storage thing, so we basically have 30 minutes.
Wait, what? You never said that?
Well, you kept building while I was working out the storage problems, so yeah, we have basically 30 minutes, so I still need to do my entire living room and at least build something for the gaming room, and then I really need to add foliage. so I started laying out a bunch of white boards to kind of cover up the roof. So I need to build white tiles around it to kind of hold it up. Otherwise, it won't work. Okay, I officially got at least some form of a roof tacked on here, and it doesn't actually look that bad. I am gonna have to now figure out how I'm gonna connect the pillars, but that shouldn't be that bad. And as far as the interior, I just have the living room left to do, and we have 16 minutes left. So we gotta speed run it. Frosty, we have exactly 10 minutes. Okie dokie, so I quickly built together a little desk for the gaming thing. I also grabbed this telescope from Gardens. I'm just gonna stick that right here, kind of in this corner. Just the telescope is facing out the window. I just thought that was a cool detail. And then also this chair from Gardens to go with the gaming setup, since it's Cole's gaming setup, and obviously Cole is my second favorite character, so thought might as well. And then also got a video game controller. I'm just gonna set that here on the floor. And I have another one obviously on my bed in Jay's room, or my room. We have,
I can go in this area, buddy.
Frosty, we have 6 minutes.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, he's fine. I still need to build my living room, so I'm basically gonna speed build a couch and a table, and that should be about my time, so yeah. So I went ahead and speed built a little table. Not the nicest design, but it'll work. So then after that, I'm also gonna grab some food and stuff to put on it, but we're just gonna stick it right there, and that looks pretty good. So now I just need to build a chair or two to go there. Okay, I've just finished 2 speed built chairs as well as some stuff I threw on the table. I'm gonna pop both of them on. Oh, no. That's our timer. Timer just went off. Frosty, time's up.
The guy really was long finished.
Yeah, Frosty finished early. Okie dokie. No more building. Hands off the builds. I need to pop my roof on. Oh.
Wait, that's technically building.
No, I already built it. I just need to pop it on. Because mine I built to pop on and off. So pop the roof on, and then we're ready for showcasing.